And when I looked at it, I noticed it had some stones missing, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to deal with that. Hi everyone, welcome to Style by Lauren Ryder. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. I love thrifting and mixing and matching and playing around with my style. If that sounds good to you, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently. Is online thrifting better than going thrifting in real life? I don't know. There are so many places right now for secondhand shopping. When I say thrifting, I'm just talking about pretty much any secondhand shopping online. So that could be Poshmark, that could be Depop, Vinted, my personal favorite, eBay, any of those places, Facebook Marketplace. There's so many places I could go on forever. First, I want to talk about why I enjoy thrifting in person. One of the things that I love about thrifting is the thrill of the hunt. The thrill of the thrift, so to speak. You never know what you're gonna find. When you go to the thrift store, if you're an avid thrifter, you have to go often and you have to spend some time looking. That's actually what I enjoy doing. I love not knowing the gems that are hidden there. And I think that's what makes finding something really cool that much better, because you had to do some work to sift through everything to find it. And it makes that win so much sweeter when you do come across that hidden gem. And another thing that I love when I go thrifting is just getting inspired. When I'm at the thrift store, I get so inspired by the pieces that I see, whether it be vintage pieces or just completely different styles that I haven't seen, or pieces that just speak to me. I love that. And I love taking that inspiration. Maybe I don't end up scoring the find there, but I take that inspiration with me. And then that's when I go online and see maybe if I can find an option in my size or an option that's in better condition or whatever it may be. So I do love going in person, and I love actually finding the finds in person and putting in the work, so to speak. I also do really enjoy thrifting online. So something that I've been doing lately is going to eBay. If I go to the thrift store and I find something, for example, there was a crochet top that I tried on that I absolutely loved, but I noticed that there was a little snag under the arm. And so I thought, hey, why don't I see if I can find this on eBay in better condition and get it there. So what was cool is I was able to try the dress on in store, confirm that I liked it, the size was good, all of that. And I took a picture of the tag so I knew the brand. And then I went home and just checked eBay. And lo and behold, I just typed in the brand and the size that I was looking for and crochet tunic, and it popped right up and I was able to purchase it. And what's really cool about a lot of these places like eBay, Poshmark, Depop, you can offer. So if the seller has it priced a little bit higher than you're willing to pay, you can always submit an offer and maybe work with the seller and see if they'll lower their price a little bit or meet you somewhere in the middle. I do find that thrifting in person is much cheaper than thrifting online, because online they're typically resellers, and obviously, they've put in the work to find the item, maybe clean the item, list it, there's listing fees, all of that stuff, and shipping and handling and all of that. So I do find that I really like when sellers work with you on price, and I would submit an offer. I highly recommend submitting offers if there's pieces that you're interested in. I'll include some footage of unboxing too of some pieces that I recently were inspired by at the thrift store in person, and then I went home and was able to find these pieces online, and I'll do an unboxing for you and show you what I ended up scoring. These are some examples of some things that I spotted at the thrift and either weren't in the best condition, or I was inspired by some of those finds to go thrifting online. So I'll show you what I got. This first piece you're going to recognize. It is the Shade and Shore bathing suit that I just recently tried on at Goodwill. And I bought the matching, well, not matching, but I bought like this little swim skirt that I thought looked so cute with this swimsuit. And the swimsuit that I tried on there was extra small, and it just felt like insanely tight. So I wanted to find a small, and this one is brand new, still with tags. And so I went on eBay and found this swimsuit. I just loved this acrylic detail here on the strap. And like I said, it matched the skirt perfectly. So this is gonna be so much fun to wear in the summer. So that was one find. Oh, and this was from eBay. The next find that I found also from eBay is the crochet top that I also found at Goodwill, and I tried it on. I loved the button detail on the back. And originally when I tried it on, I thought that I saw a snag under the arm, but actually I don't think it had a snag or anything. But I went on eBay and found the same one. I just love the hem there, and I love that it's lined. It just makes it easier to wear, and I'm very into the boho style for spring. And then finally, this is probably going to seem like a random find, but let me explain. So I was at Savers one day looking in the cases, and I see so many tiaras all the time, probably from like costumes and quinceañeras and all of that. But I have been very into tiaras ever since I got my Chanel one. And I saw this one in the case. And when I looked at it, I noticed it had some stones missing. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to deal with that. So I went on my trusty eBay when I got home, and I actually found the exact same tiara, and it's in perfect condition. I messaged the seller and asked her if any stones or anything were missing, and it was in perfect condition. And here it is. How sparkly is this? I love that it has the crystals dangling on it. So I think that's gonna be so much fun to style. And because this is so dressy, I mean, it's like a headpiece, I definitely will be styling it in a very casual way with what I'm wearing. So check out my TikTok or my Instagram to see how I end up styling this. But I love this. This is so pretty. I mean, I imagine it styled just with like something super sporty on the bottom, like again, my running shorts, or even just like denim or something. How sparkly is that? Those are just some examples of my recent online thrift purchases that were inspired by thrifting in person. A big tip that I have when you are thrifting, say you do find a piece in the store that you absolutely fall in love with, but again, it's not the right size or it's not in the best condition, whatever it may be, take a picture of the tag or take a picture of the item so you know the brand, you know the size that you want, and then plug it in those keywords in the search engine in Google or eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Vinted, all of those places, Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different secondhand places where you can find some amazing finds, and see if you can find the actual find or something really similar, something that's inspired by the piece that you fell in love with at the thrift. For me personally, I don't think I'll ever stop going to the thrift store in person. I just enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy the thrill of the hunt, and I really enjoy sifting through things and scoring that amazing find. And again, just getting inspired in person. I'm very much a visual person, and so I like to see everything. I love styling things in store. I love trying things on, even though a lot of the thrift stores now don't have fitting rooms. That's a whole nother story. But I don't think I'll ever stop going in person thrifting, but I do highly recommend thrifting online if you are looking for something very specific, or if you don't have the time to go to the thrift store. And I think you can find some amazing finds online too. So comment below what your thoughts are, if you prefer thrifting in person or online thrifting. And when I say thrifting, I probably should mention I'm just talking about secondhand shopping online. It could be, another site like The Real Real too. I absolutely love The Real Real. If you follow my videos, you know I shop there often too. I sell and buy on there all the time. Comment below what your thoughts are, if you'd rather thrift in person or online, or your favorite site to thrift online. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, which are both at Style by Elle Ryder, for more fashion tips and to see how I style all of my thrift finds. And I will see you soon. I make videos every Thursday and Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.